What is going on, everybody? It's Kalen Moss, the Minute Admin, Taylor Wilson, the Resourceful Vet. We are here creating the world's greatest Voc Rehab course for Marine Corps veterans who have at least a 10% VA disability service connected rating and already have at least 1 day left on their GI Bill. So, what's the purpose of these calls? It's for you, as that Marine Corps veteran, to have this Voc Rehab. It's one of the most untapped, greatest resources in the VA benefits world. And your boy Taylor Wilson's the expert on this right now. So Taylor Wilson, you ready to take us to the top?
Yup, let's go. Ooh-rah, chop, chop.
Let's do it, man. All right, so I have right now up on my screen some market research. And let me zoom in here so you all can see this. So we're doing market research. So let me just do a recap because we're on the last day. Taylor, can you believe we made it to the last day of market research? And
I'm almost kind of sad if you want me to really know. This is fun.
Yeah.
I'm having fun. So, but keep
pushing. It is. So here's how we started out. We started out by seeing where your expertise was at. So your expertise was in really, you had a lot of different things like helping people get the GI Bill, helping other people get the GI Bill, like spouses, football coaching, getting the FAFSA. But we hit upon really what I think is a gold mine, Voc Rehab. And then as we went on, we started to identify, who would be the ideal person that would be interested in a Voc Rehab course. Well, a person who'd be the most interested would be a veteran job seeker. But as time went on, we started to realize, wait a second, this is probably for a Marine Corps veteran who's in college, about to graduate, has the GI Bill, has a 10% or more VA disability rating. And we answered all of these target market immersion questions, target market demand questions, frequently asked questions that your target market would have, negative assumptions. And then we jumped over and we started doing research. We found a bunch of books, blogs, websites, YouTube channels, all the things we could think of. Then if we look down here, and I actually did a little bit of work earlier today before we got on this call just to see if I was going crazy or if we really couldn't find any Voc Rehab courses. And I went through about 45 minutes, man, and I still couldn't find anything. So everything under line 35, 36, however you want to look at it, is all Voc Rehab stuff that we could find. But now I want to just be very clear. The two things that are actually highlighted, this one and this one, those are the only ones that even speak to Voc Rehab as far as a course that's out there. And to be honest with you, dude, come on now. We're going to be so differentiated, it won't even matter that they exist. So that's where we left off yesterday. I did some more research, but these aren't really competition. We have VA Claims Insider, but they're not doing anything Voc Rehab. I just put them in here just because they do offer something to vets. But nothing else. So with that said, we're going to be at the last stage today, creating a differentiation statement. Now, let me just explain to you what a differentiation statement is. Let me use an example. Have you ever been scrolling through something on social media and then you have something that stops your attention and it catches your eye and you're like, what is that? Ever seen that, Taylor?
Heck yeah, all the time. Just like when you're on Amazon, you might buy something, but it's like, oh, add this to your cart. And then it's like,
exactly.
This shipping or faster? I go
exactly. And so what we're really looking at here is what makes you different, what makes you unique, right? Like if I was looking at, what was I looking at today? I was looking at coffee shops in the Houston area or in Katy area. And dude, I was so underwhelmed by the coffee shops. and I was just like, man, they all look the same. I was scrolling through. I was like, they all look corporate. They all look cold. They all look the same. Like, I want a coffee shop that looks different. And to be honest with you, at a certain point, I just said, as long as I find a coffee shop that looks just different than everything else, I'm going to go to that. And I couldn't find it. And, in that moment, I thought to myself, this is why Taylor and I have to differentiate ourselves. We cannot look like everybody else. If you look like everybody else, you will not stand out. So the differentiation statement is the way that you stand out. It is how you are going to be unique. So with that said, I did a little bit of research. When we are on our differentiation statement tab right here, I'm going to zoom in. Okay. All right, differentiation statements. So for these guys, for the course that I took, the course I'm taking, 30-day course creator, you want to have a quantifiable end result, which is what you see over here on line 2. Achieve a specific quantifiable end result. So what is the thing that you can say you will have done by the time you go through this course? Now, for 30-day course creator, they say you will build a 5, 6, or 7-figure online course in 30 days. So you and me, Taylor, we're going through their process right now. This is step 1 of 30-day course creator, which is market research. Now, the target value here, notice how target value helps people get to a 7-figure run rate in 30 days. So the target value, 7 figures, is It's $1 million. So their target value would be 1 milli right here in this line. So let's just look at other types of offers. So what if you have a 3D printing program that shows people how to print stand-up desks for half the price of a regular desk? Well, what's your quantifiable end result? We will build a desk for you, 3D print a desk for you. That's their end result. Target value is, if they're building it for half the price, well, go look at what a normal desk would cost and chop it in divided by 2 to get the half price. So we can think about how we would look for our target price, and we just have to be creative with it. Let's say you're a stay-at-home parent that's where you teach people how to help their kids with math. What if you help stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home dads help their kids with math? Well, how are you going to calculate that target value? Well, let's say you have a time frame. Okay, I'll help you teach your kids math in 2 weeks. All right, well, what's the hourly income for a stay-at-home parent? Maybe you don't have an hourly income, but how much would a babysitter cost? All right, so if you think about how much it would cost a babysitter to do this, and maybe it's $20 an hour. So if you're helping them for 2 weeks and you say, hey, an hour a day times 2 weeks, 14 days, that's 14 hours times $20 an hour. So 14 times 20 is $280. So you can start to create value by just how much would it cost if you were to hire somebody else to do a thing. All right. So let's do this here. Now for Voc Rehab, if we look at our quantifiable end result, this is what I have here for us. So this is the thing we're going to help them achieve. Build a labor market information packet for the top 3 jobs for the degree you want to get funded. Does that sound like as far as what we're building for them for Voc Rehab?
Yes.
Now, my question to you is, let me ask you this. How juicy, enticing does that sound to somebody who is scrolling through YouTube and they see an ad before their favorite video? Are they going to stop and pause and click to go to your website to purchase this? If they see that you're going to give them a labor market information pack? Or is the quantifiable end result,
They're not even going to know what a labor market information packet is or realize the importance of that. They're going to need to be educated on who, what, why, and how that is for them.
Exactly. So I think we should change the quantifiable.
Basically, here's how you sum it up. It's one of your it's your Willy Wonka golden ticket to the chocolate factory. Do you want to go to the chocolate factory? Do you want to get paid the benefits and the resources and veterans? I'm talking to you, veterans. Do you want to get paid the benefits and resources and compensation and all of that you're entitled to, and that you rightfully deserve? Then you need to, be getting your labor market information packets, and by getting that, it's going to help you get your golden ticket to the chocolate factory, meaning getting your basic housing allowance, getting your benefits and services, so you can seek employment at the same time while dealing with your disability and benefits.
Okay. Relate that to me and Voc Rehab, specifically for Voc Rehab. What's my golden ticket for Voc Rehab? What golden ticket am I buying from you?
To complete your labor market information packet.
Well, I don't know what that is, so I'm not buying it from you.
Okay, well, do you want to get Voc Rehab?
There we go. That's your quantifiable end result. Get Voc Rehab. Get Voc Rehab benefits.
Do you want to get Voc Rehab benefits and the money you deserve?
Benefit payments. All right. Taking that out. All right, cool. Now, how long will it take them to get this Voc Rehab? What did we say over here for Voc Rehab? It would take you, 30 days? Do you think it'll take someone 30 days to go through your course?
I think that to go through my course, it's kind of like doing the Salesforce certification. Like, you can do it I knew a guy who studied for it. He said he did it in 10 days, studied and passed the test. But realistically, what are we looking at? 6 months. With the Voc Rehab process, from start to finish, you're realistically looking at 6 months. And then, like, I just talked to a veteran today, and they told me that they'll close your case file out within 90 days if you don't talk to your Voc Rehab counselor. And I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of different things, and depends on your track and so forth. But I guess, like, once you there's certain factors that, like, I can't just go and get accepted to grad school right now. I need to still apply and get admitted. And so until I have that admission record at hand and say to the VA, hey, I just got admitted to grad school. I just applied. I'm coming to you now for Voc Rehab as a counselor. If you have to have the cards in hand, the yeses in hands, the offers in hands for them to be like, okay, here's the fun.
All right. Let's look at this.
So, I guess, like, you could learn all this stuff in, like, a day, but it's kind of like Brian Reese. I guess it's kind of like
So how long does it take if you were to go start to finish through Brian Reese's courses and you did everything step by step? I know it would take months to get your money, but how long would it take for me to actually have everything in place so that I can apply the right way the first time?
I guess if you are going to go to school for computer science, let's just say right now, computer science is like your degree path for Voc Rehab, because that's a possible, or nursing. Like, two of those things are heavily, but I want to basically, like, computer science, what I know mainly.
Just how long will it take me to get through your course? That's what everybody's going to be asking you. How long does it take for me to get to the end of your course, and what am I going to have by the end of your course?
I would say like a month.
So 30 days. Okay. All right. 30 days. Okay. So now here's the thing. I'm buying your course for a specific reason. Like maybe I'm buying your course because I want to get the admin certification, or I'm buying your course because I want to learn how to play Ed Sheeran on. I want to learn how to play Ed Sheeran's "Shape of You" on the guitar. Like I'm buying a course so I can have a specific result by the end of your course. So for your course, what is the so?
I want it to have the ultimate checklist. The ultimate checklist. A downloadable labor market information packet. Bro, if you did that for people, like who wouldn't come to you if it was like a guaranteed like research report of the top and then just like a template of just like sample questions of like how to respond like as a guided template depending on your disability. Like maybe you have tinnitus, so you know you can't work, you don't want to work in certain work environments. You like just or you have a bad back, or like there could be certain vocations to where you're able to work in computer science now because it's remote and you know it's another career field that's more doable.
So achieve specific quantifiable end result could be something like learn how to qualify learn how you qualify for voc rehab, or like because somebody's going to want to be somewhere by the end of your course. So they want to get to the point where by the end of your course they have everything they need to be qualified. Even if they don't necessarily like get the money right then and there, they've done everything that they need to do so that they are qualified. So what's that going to take? Like, what does that mean, I guess, like to them? Like there's a waiting period for sure, but there's also something that you can give them to where they feel confident while they're waiting. Like, they know they did everything that they needed to do. Like, imagine if you would have had a coach coaching you through everything you needed to do to get your benefits. You would have paid for that, right?
hey, I would ask you
How long is it going to take? And what am I going to get?
Let's talk about the formula of questions to get into the chocolate factory. All right, the questionnaire.
Wait, hold on. I don't know if okay, go ahead. I'm gonna see.
Okay. So first of all, what's the degree? Number one. If you tell me computer science, I can lay it out for you. You tell me something in the top 10, this packet, I can tell you. Like it has to have 20% or more within the next 10 years.
Okay, that's fine. We know that's the process, but that's how the sausage gets made. I want the sausage. I don't care about how the sausage gets made. I just want to know I'm getting the sausage at the end of the tunnel. I'm getting the golden ticket. I don't care how you make the golden ticket. I don't care what questions you ask me. I don't even care about Willy Wonka. All I care about is this gold chocolate bar. What is the gold chocolate bar I get by the end of your course? I want to be holding a gold chocolate bar. What am I going to be holding?
I would say
because it's not going to be a voc rehab benefit money, because apparently I have to wait, and I don't want to promise somebody something we can't give them. So what are they going to get from our course?
What are they going to get? They're going to get the labor market information. Hey,
it's kind of tough, isn't it? Trying to figure it out. It ain't easy.
They're going to get wisdom, bro. They're going to get approval. They're going to get approved.
Okay, there we go. Get approved.
They're going to have a higher chance of getting approved. I can't guarantee 100% approval. Nobody can, but it's just like disability. Like you get because look, if you market to people in computer science, how easy is that?
What is VA Claims Insider saying they offer to people? They're saying What are they? They're not really offering something. I want to see what they offer. Let's see. Our purpose is to get underrated veterans what they legally deserve by law. So, what does that mean? I don't. Yeah, I mean, he's grown a fan base and stuff, but like, I want to see exactly what I get. I want to see the chocolate bar right here. I don't want to see our purpose is to get underrated vets what they legally deserve by law. What does that mean to me? What if I don't know what I deserve by law? Maybe I don't want to click on that. So it's like, how do you go like let's just say like expert secrets. Let's say I go to this book, Expert Secrets. This guy is telling me what I'm going to get. How to get paid for your expertise and increase your reach, impact, and influence. I know what I'm getting. I'm going to get paid for my expertise, and I'm going to increase my reach, impact, and influence. So he's telling me automatically what I'm getting from this. My quantifiable end results. I'm going to get paid for my expertise. All right, that's one. And then I'm also going to increase my reach, impact, and influence. So we could say like get approved for Voc Rehab. Voc Rehab benefits. That sounds good. That sounds good. I like that. I like that. By the end of this course, you're going to get approved for Voc Rehab benefits. Now, we can always put a disclaimer like, hey, we will help you get approved for VA. We'll help you get approved. But you're going to have to put in the work, and there's no guarantee. You have to follow our program step by step to give yourself the highest likelihood of success, but that still doesn't mean that you're going to get it. There's factors that come into play, but we don't need to say that on the front page, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So get approved for Voc Rehab benefits. So what do you think? Sounds good? And this is all, remember, this is all just like we're throwing an idea out there. Okay. So what's the value of something like that? What's the overall value of getting Voc Rehab benefits?
You get
like, what could that mean for me? Like, how much money does that mean for me?
That could be up to $4,000 or more dollars a month.
For how many months?
Believe 35 to 48 months.
48 months times 4K.
What's 48 months? What's 4 years?
12, 24, 36, 48.
Yeah, 48. And
so you're, yeah.
I think even longer sometimes.
So we're talking about $192,000.
Just roughly add it up to 200, 250K.
Let's do the baseline minimum of if someone is just 4-year degree. Sound good?
Yep.
192K, bro. Think about that. Just in itself, like what else could they? This is no brainer. I'm gonna put equals 4,000 times 48. All right, and
let me see here. Somebody said something about it.
Okay, so for effort,
I follow this dude at Veterans Info tab. He's pretty resourceful too.
Okay.
Hey, if you're watching, we appreciate you.
Heck yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. We love to respond to comments. Okay. The effort row. Think about the time invested to complete the online course versus if they invested doing it on their own. Whatever amount it's saving them in effort. So how much? So it's going to take them 30 days. How much would it take for them to do it on their own? Like if somebody was starting from scratch and they didn't even know how to get started, how how long do you think it would take them to finally actually get approved, like fill out everything to get approved for voc rehab benefits?
I would say 30 to 90 days. But no, 6 months is ideal because, like, when you first start, it's like at least 6 months. So you want to start 6 months in advance.
I'm talking about a guy who's like a Marine Corps vet. He's in college. He has 10% or more disability rating. He's got some GI Bill. He just heard about voc rehab for the first time ever in his life. How long would it take him to finally fill out all the paperwork that he needs if he didn't have anybody helping him? Like if he didn't have your course, how long would it take him if he didn't call you?
How long would he have my course?
No, how long would it take him to fill out all the paperwork to get approved? Like if he didn't know anything. Remember, this is a guy who doesn't really know what paperwork to sign, where to go. How long would it take him to find all the stuff so that he can fill out all the paperwork and finally get approved and do it the right way the first time?
I would say there's no, like, he may just give up.
To find all the paperwork and fill it out correct the first time, so he gets approved the first time around for voc rehab. So at a very minimum, how long would it take him? If he did it, if he actually got it done, if he just stayed consistent, how long do you think it would take?
I would say 90.
90? Okay. So if it's 90 days, I kind of want something. So we'll save him 60 days. We'll save him basically 60 days worth of effort. Now, based on what we did before, this guy is making $26.3 an hour based on the research we did earlier before. Because remember over here when we did how much money he's currently making, $25K a year, working 20 hours a week. He's making $26.32 an hour. So if he's making $26.32 an hour and he devotes, let's just say he's putting in an hour a day for 90 days versus 30 days, we're saving him $1,578 worth of his time. Because if he was to do it for 90 days and he devoted an hour a day and he's getting paid $26.3 an hour for his time, that's a number minus what the time we're saving him. So we're saving him technically $1,500, almost $1,600. So that's 90 days, and we'll stick to that. So specific effort. So effort right here.
I want to say, like, I want everything to be done in like a 30-day process, 30 to 90-day process.
Hey, bro, think about how valuable it would be if we did it. Like I think that's great, but what if we did it in like 14?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all a guess for right now, but
I like you could do an instant thing where like they get an exact like thing. Because imagine if you had every single degree that had a pathway for tinnitus, for the most common. Let's just pick the most common issue. You know.
I mean, we can start to build the database out once we do it as we grow, but we can build a software for it for sure. So, all right. So time frame. How long it would take. Okay, so.
Hey, I don't know if there's any Madden fans out there, but if you're a Madden fan, drop a comment below.
Yep. Madden football. Hey, Taylor will call you out and try to get you to play. You're ready to get whooped.
Hey, there's probably a lot of better Madden gamers out there, but just let me know.
Yes, sir. Okay, let's try to knock out. All we have to do, we have 14 minutes to knock out this differentiation statement.
Let's do it.
Specific effort. So, just for basically simplifying things, we're basically taking the effort of them having to figure it all out on their own and us telling them exactly what to do step by step. How much is that right there itself worth? Like, I would say, shoot, if we're doing 30, we should just do this number: 30 days times 1 hour a day times $26 an hour. That is, come on, here we go. Equals, I'll put equals 30 days times 1 hour a day times 26. So that is for them $789. We're going to format that as a financial currency. So technically, just for saving them just for having everything in a step-by-step formula for 30 days straight, that's $789 worth of value right there. And then for experience, they don't need experience of the Voc Rehab benefits process. If you can follow directions, you can get Voc Rehab. Would you say so? As far as
100%.
So, based on your experience, how valuable would you say the fact that I'm trying to think. Here, let's go to ChatGPT real quick. I want to create a differentiation statement to increase the value of my product. There are 6 factors that make up the statement. They are the value of the end result or quantifiable end result. There are 6 factors. There are 6 value factors that make up the differentiation statement. They are the value of the end result or quantifiable end result, the specific time frame to achieve the result, specific effort to achieve result, specific experience to achieve result without specific pain to achieve result. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll say there's 5. There's 5 value factors. I want to create a differentiation statement to increase the value of my product. How should I calculate the value of each factor in the differentiation statement? For example, the value of the end result for my product is, or here's what I'm going to do. Value of this specific time frame to achieve the result is based on how long it would take for a Marine Corps vet to find all the paperwork and fill it out correct on their own on his own time by himself versus the time it takes for him to go through my online course to achieve the result. My course will get him ready in 30 days versus doing it himself in 90 days. So he can get approved the first time around. Let's see what this says. Let's just give it a whirl and see what it says. All right, let's see what it says. Ha! All right. Determine the tangible benefits your product offers. Example, if your course helps a Marine Corps veteran get approved, quantify this benefit. This could be in terms of how much he saves, how much you've increased his earning potential, or how much money he can make in his career. To calculate this, compare the outcomes with and without your product. If your course significantly increases the chances of approval or leads to better career opportunities, these are quantifiable end results. So you know what I think we should really do, bro? I think we should really just think about the criteria. Basically, like how much this Marine will get paid out over a period of 4 years with Voc Rehab. This is calculated by and then specific time frame to achieve results. Compare the time it takes to achieve the result with and without your product. In your case, it's 30 days versus 90 days doing it by himself. Calculate the value of time saved. This can involve considering the opportunity cost for the veteran. For instance, if getting approved in 30 days means they can start benefiting from Voc Rehab 3 months earlier, what is the financial value of that? Specific effort to achieve the result, which is Evaluate the effort required with your product versus without. This includes time, mental effort, and physical effort. Quantify this by considering factors like how much less research, paperwork, or stress is involved when using your course. Surveys and testimonials can be helpful. So I think right now it's just a guess, but I mean, think about it. If you're saving him, if he just has to go through your course for an hour a day, and he's getting paid $26 an hour times 30, I mean, shoot. Think about that. I mean, technically, if you really think about it, in the specific time frame is the same as, I mean, shoot, look at this. No, here's what it would really be. It would be 90 days times him doing it for an hour a day times how much he's getting paid, which is actually a higher number because that's how long it would take him. $2,000. Someone that doesn't have any idea how to start. Look, this is what it is. How you calculate the left column, which is this. How you calculate this column, the effort required with your product versus without. This includes time, mental effort, and physical effort. Quantify this by considering factors like how much less research, paperwork, or stress is involved when using your course. Surveys or testimonials from past customers can be helpful to gauge this. It would take 90 days on average to figure everything out. Plus, and it would take an hour per day, and it would cost $26.3 per hour, since that's the vet's hourly wage. So the calculation is 90 times 1 hour a day times 26.3. Now, hey, bro, depending on how much it is, like, what if a vet spends 3 hours a day? Bro, look at that number. Let's say the vet was focusing that'd be $7,000. If a vet was devoting 1.5 hours a day, it'd be $3,000. We're gonna just keep it at this, but let's say a vet's devoting.
What do you mean, 7,000 for what?
If a vet is devoting, let's say 90 days, let's say it takes a Marine 90 days. His hourly rate is $26 an hour, and it takes him 2 hours a day to do it. That's costing him $4,700. If a vet's spending 3 hours a day on it and it takes him 90 days, that's going to cost him $7,000 of his time. So if he's putting 1 hour a day for 90 days at his hourly rate, that's costing $2,300, basically $2,400 of his time over the next 90 days. So you're saving him basically $2,400 by going through your course because of the effort you're saving him.
Someone said on this guy I follow, he said $4,644 per month. Do you qualify for voc rehab benefits?
So how much is it?
$4,644 a month.
Boom. Hey, $222,000 total dollars that you could get these guys.
Oh my
God. Bro, this is going to be such an easy thing to give guys, man. Unlimited.
You crack
Specific experience. Assess the overall experience of achieving the result with your product. This can include ease of use, support provided, and user satisfaction. Measure this through customer feedback, reviews, or by comparing the step-by-step process of your course versus doing it independently. Here's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to say, bro, you know what? This is what I'm going to do with ChatGPT. I'm just going to keep it like this. Identify and quantify the pains your product alleviates. This might include confusion, frustration, or the risk of making mistakes. Calculate this by estimating the frequency and severity of these pains without your product versus how your course mitigates them. Bro, like, here's my thing. ChatGPT, we can just be like, hey, for your specific example, you can create a compelling differentiation statement by highlighting these factors. For example, our online course for Marine Corps veterans streamlines the VOC rehab application process, ensuring approval in just 30 days. A third of the time it takes to do it independently. This efficient time frame, coupled with reduced effort and a pain-free experience, not only saves valuable time, but also minimizes the stress and confusion typically associated with the application process. Our expertly designed course significantly enhances the experience, leading to quicker access to VOC rehab benefits and opening the door to new career opportunities. Make these value factors relatable and tangible. Quantify these benefits in terms of time saved, increased success rates, reduced effort, and enhanced experience can make your differentiation statement more impactful. Like, bro, I mean, at the end of the day, you don't get no much better than that.
Dude, don't get no much better than that, man.
I'm talking like Mater. It don't get no much better than that.
Dude, got me back in Oklahoma.
Yee-yee.
Motivation.
Dude, okay, here we go. Where did this thing go? I like it. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to tell it, give me a practical formula I can use to input variables for input data into for each value factor. Bro, let's see what it comes up with. What if we just have a formula every time we just created this? We just had... Look, formula, end result value equals the benefit with your product minus the benefit without your product times the number of users. Example, if your course increases the approval rate for VOC rehab and this leads to an average financial benefit like salary increase, quantify the difference. Multiply by the number of users to get the total value added. I don't care about the total number of users right now because this formula applies to each individual person who is calculating the perceived value inside their own mind. Does that make sense? Ask me any necessary questions. You're looking for a way to quantify the perceived value for an individual rather than aggregating it across multiple users, especially for personal decision making. So end result value equals benefit with product minus benefit without product. Formula time savings value equals time without product minus the time it takes with the product times the individual's hourly value. That's what we did there. Effort savings equals effort without product, effort with product, minus effort with product. Assess the effort in terms of hours or a subjective measure of difficulty. Specific experience. Experience value equals experience rating with the product, experience rating without the product. Bro, like, and there's factors that we could include for each one of these. Like, we could even make a formula that people could fill out and be like, hey, should you take our course? Fill out this formula and see how much it's going to cost for you to how much this course is worth for you specifically. Now, I'm just even thinking like that's crazy, bro. If like somebody could fill in a sheet and see how valuable this course is for them. Pain avoidance value, pain level without product minus pain level with product. This is a measure of the reduction in negative experiences like frustration, the individual. Let's apply these formulas to the example. If using your course increases the likelihood of approval by a significant margin, the vet might consider this difference. For instance, if approval means access to $10,000 worth of benefits, that could be the value. But we got $222,000 worth of benefits. Time savings. The vet values their time at $25 an hour, and your course saves them 60 days, assuming 8 hours of effort per day. Shoot, I mean, I don't think it's going to take them 8 hours a day times 60 days, but I think it'd take them like an hour a day times 60 days. Effort savings. If the course reduces the effort from 100 hours to 50 hours and they are getting paid $25 an hour, then it's 100 minus 50 times 25, so that's $1,250. Experience value. If they rate the experience of doing it themselves as a 3 out of 10 and your course is an 8 out of 10, the experience and value improvement is 8 minus 3, which is 5 points. The monetary value assigned to each point is subjective. If they rate their stress and frustration without your course as an 8 out of 10 and your course is a 2 out of 10, the pain avoidance is 8 minus 2. Again, the monetary value is subjective. These formulas allow an individual to input their own values and perceptions, resulting in a personalized assessment of your product's value. So let's just say, for example, how would someone know the hours of effort? Is there a formula for that? If so, please give it to me. Because, bro, we could just break this down into a formula and just plug in the numbers.
Dude. So $4,644 a month is how much a month? $222,912. And that's just like monetary value the veteran will get, like, you know, the payment they're gonna get basically over time.
Yeah. I mean, bro, like, shoot. I mean, specific experience. I mean, the experience they're going to have just from going through this is, you know, let's just say like, how would someone know the experience value? I mean, bro, like at the end of the day, like if you're giving them a better experience, like I would say just overall, just having a better experience, that right there in itself is worth $500. Just having a better experience. At least a 500 without the pain, which is apply the right way the first time without doing any research on your own, without figuring it out on your own, without increasing your chances of getting approved the first time. Avoiding rejection the first time you apply. Like that right there in itself, that value is like, I mean, shoot, to certain people, like that right there is worth like, hey, if I know I can get it done right the first time, how much do you think that's worth? How much would you say? I need a number value from you.
I would say $60,000.
I don't think anybody's going to pay $60,000 to get it done right the first time.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm saying like if I came to you and I said, Taylor, how are you going to save me? How are you going to save me pain? And you said, hey man, what I can do for you is I can help you get it done right the first time so you don't get rejected.
I would say $900.
All right, cool.
$987.
All right.
And whatever tax is.
Let's see what this value is. So the value of your course is worth $228,000, $228,344.
Bro.
Over $250,000 for the value of this course. It's a secret gem. Like Malcolm said, it's a secret. It's a hidden benefit. Vets don't know about it. That's $250,000 you're sitting on as far as value.
Veterans, are you sitting on $250,000 in money and monetary value you could be benefiting from for what you're entitled to?
Exactly.
You deserve.
You're sitting on you're sitting on potentially $250,000 or even more. Give or take, $50,000 or whatever it is. Good stuff, brother. Hey, this is a good call. We got, this is really just a guess for now, but good stuff, man. All right, brother. Great call. Kalen Moss, Minute Admin, Taylor Wilson, the resourceful vet, out. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Have a good one.